Hello and welcome, and of course, you really should do it slightly better with this. There's a small issue with this where unfortunately I can't, without showing you guys that I'm doing it, set up this. Hello Kelly and welcome. Yeah, haven't seen you around for a long time. What have you been up to? Right, there we go. Yeah, what have you been up to, Kelly? School and stuff. See, you've grown quite a beard. Yeah, I didn't want to shave it. Didn't feel like it. And I've been playing a lot of different stuff as of late. But I haven't been playing much Elden Ring. I played it a little bit, but not much. That's simply because I feel like with Elden Ring, most of the game, once you know the game, you don't bother with most of the game. You essentially just go to the areas you need to go to and then go towards the major bosses and then beat the game. It's going alright, nothing big is happening. Oh well. Now I gotta remember to go to the nurse's office in this game, because otherwise we will have to go to this area again. You know what's really fun? To play the game. Okay, why? Let's see, what's up, dude? Hey, are you looking into that ghost story, like asking around about it? Of course. Really? Sure, just let Yuka-san handle it. Junpei is a fucking asshole. He's the one who brought it up and now he doesn't even want to do it. But yeah, why is it fun to have a relative play the game? Damn, Junpei is a damn asshole. Let's see. Alright. Because you're a pro like me, like you and me, you can have him, but S good lad, seeing new play. This is our family member. I guess so. Oh no, so many people that want to talk with us. Oh, we have one specific thing we need to do. So that's the art room, not where we need to go. Oh, right. Here. Yeah, I haven't been playing this game much. I've been more focusing on some other games. And now someone is being very late at joining us. Alright. But yeah, I'm actually I've been playing a lot of Planet Crafter. Let's see, brings you to those of. Now, what do we have here? You seem rather tired. Is it a rune, virus, a curse, or maybe love? Yes, issues. This is the perfect opportunity to test my new concoction.
Well then.
Yeah, try this. Essentially, you start out on a really barren planet, and then you have to increase things like oxygen, pressure, and heat to the point where first you get a blue sky, then water starts appearing there, as in it starts raining sometimes, then lakes appear, plants appear, and you essentially need to terraform the planet at extremely high speed. There are no combat in the game, and the only way you're gonna die is if you mess up. Pretty much, yeah. The stage I'm at in the game is we are starting to have insects. Now, if I can find a bee larva, then we can actually start creating bees. Let's see. Here, try this. There's a bitter mugwort poison carrot. That's insane. Rabbit's food. Wait, what? Perhaps alchemists would be astonished by these ingredients. I shall improve your condition right here and now.
Right.
Now drink this. Come on, bottoms up. Medicine Mr. Edogawa gave me smells incredibly bizarre. Drink it. It sounds poisonous or toxic. I don't think he should be there should be a doctor. On the other hand, the doctor in Persona 5 is even worse. No, not the doctor. That's a psychologist that are even worse. The doctor in Persona 5 is hot, and she's actually highly skilled. You could look up Persona 5 Doctor, and you'll see what I mean when I say she's looking good. See, down to strange medicine, but nothing seems to have changed, and then it changes right away. Phew, well done. Well or not it works is consequential. You survived! He needs his medical license revoked. If it's a concern whether the person survived or not, then that is something you need to warn about. Otherwise it's considered murder. I've actually met a person once who had a hunchback. Really nice guy. But, yeah. Obviously didn't have a lot of friends from what I know. Let's see. Alright. But hey, did you look up Persona 5 Doctor? Just make sure you're safe search on. Alright, let's see. But yeah, those ingredients, oh boy. I would never drink that. But cheers to your bravery. I mean, it's something.
Okay then.
By the way, I've also considered streaming some RuneScape as of late. I got through the tutorial. People found the tutorial boring. It is understandable when it's the old school RuneScape. See, if you excuse me, Saturn is calling. Wait, what? Hello. Oh.
My apologies.
Busy at the moment. Alright, so we can actually start hanging out with her if we reach a much higher academics level. Interesting. But why do I have to be a genius for her to want to hang out with me? An achievement to go, no, encouragement to go through the tutorial? Why? I mean, the tutorial can be boring because of how much text there are in it, but it is an MMORPG, so what else would people expect? In RuneScape 3, the tutorial is actually pretty damn engaging. Now we have a few choices. We can hang out with her, we can ignore him, we can go to the student council meeting. Zero super fan. Who was it? Ah, alright. So in here, I hate reading. Then you would have a very hard time with this game. It has lots of reading in it. Reading. Let's hang out with her. Oh, Sarah's good. You know about the nightclub at Paulotnia Mall, right? Never really cared for it since the place seems kind of sketchy. Yeah, a weird crowd hangs around there. Like there's some guy dressed as a monk partying hard every night. No way he's a real monk, right? Monks even allowed to drink alcohol? I think they are. No way, you heading out soon? I was thinking about what to do since there's no practice today. Alright, we're not going to get any closer to her for now, but there's not really much else to do, so spend time with her. She liked that a lot. Looking for a while, my dad is replacing my window and I have to help him. Damn, alright. Ah, 2 points for hanging out with her. Alright, so the relationship will grow stronger soon.
I see you're back.
Let's see, the first subtitles say one, the Elden Ring into your best belief. Skip that on instinct. Don't do that. You're gonna miss a lot of good stories that way. Part-time position open. Alright, so I have to think about this. Right now, there's a lot of things we should consider getting up. Academics would be good, but not really what we want right now. Let's go for academics. We're above average right now. So let's try to see if we can get it to what is it? To level 4 instead. music. I mean, sure, it's not great, but it's better. This one... Not here. That raises charm. Damn it, I hate it when stores close early. For example, the pizza place I used to go to, I don't go there anymore because they close at 8.
Thank you.
I don't intend to eat dinner before 8. It's way too early.
Come on. Come again.
Alright, so right here might be the best place for us to go. You know what? Let's try it. If he gives only one, then we need to go for another place for, afterwards. Right, it gives 2, so that's something. Let's see. But yeah, with RuneScape, it's one of the most grindy games you can play, unless you play RuneScape 3. Though that is a very different game in my opinion. Morning! This sucks. It's been so much time thinking about ghost stories that now I'm having nightmares. Push yourself. Don't worry, I'm fine. Just so many stupid rumors going around that it's tough trying to make sense of this whole thing. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, I'll also consider streaming some Mega Man Legends 2. I don't know if you've ever heard of that game. It's an old PlayStation 1 game that unfortunately never got a lot of fans. It has some fans, but not as many as in my opinion it deserves. Let's see. There's just so many stupid rumors going around that it's tough trying to make sense of this whole thing. They got some useful info though, so I plan on digging even deeper today. Alright. Sure. Try to remember what you find out at school. Okay, sounds good. And yeah, she, of course, she uses those honorifics because, well, they are classmates. So of course they do that. Alrighty. By the way, in this game, once you get to a full moon, then it's an evening where you get into a boss fight. So you have to be careful. Oh, do you have some time later today? Spend time with her!
What a relief.
Oh, good. Today I'd like to go somewhere to relax and talk.
Not too many people come here at this hour. This time of day is perfect.
Yeah. Fewer people is great. Well, the way the game starts out is that your character, he arrives by train in the city late at the evening, actually at midnight. And instead of seeing a normal city, he sees that there are blood everywhere. And he sees coffins standing up vertically. Instead of there being people around, there's just coffins everywhere and blood everywhere. So he gets back, he gets to the domes he's supposed to stay at, and someone points a gun at him, and well, That is a very confusing day for the character. So about a little bit more time passes after he has arrived there and he has been talking with the girl that pointed a gun at him. Like, before he meets the girl that pointed a gun at him, he then meets a kid that then asks him to sign a contract. He signs the contract, and then that's when the girl shows up and the boy disappears. And then everything turns normal. It turns out there's something called the Dark Hour, where at midnight there's one more hour during the day that only certain people can actually see. And during that hour, there are monsters outside, and the people that can experience the Dark Hour, they turn essentially into coffins. And those who can, they also have the potential to be able to call some monsters of their own, that they can then fight the monsters with. To find out what is going on with the Dark Hour, the school turns into a giant tower called the Tartarus. And the further we get with the story, the more floors of the Tartarus we can explore. So we essentially have to get to the next full moon day, where an especially strong monster will appear in the city itself, outside of Tartarus and in the city. Where that said monster will try to harm innocent people. We then have to defeat that monster, and then we will gain access to more floors within Tartarus. So that is what is going on. We have to find out what is going on with the Dark Hour, and hopefully stop it. But how they summon these monsters to use in battle, that will surprise you. Yeah, but what you do during the day it'll also help you during the dungeon part. Though that is much more prominent in Persona 5. Persona 5 is a much better game. There you, for example, get bonuses for each level with each character, with their relationships. For example, in Persona 5, once you defeat a monster, you can then, you can talk to it if you want. Not really defeat them, you have to down every single one of the monsters. If you get far enough in the game, then you can tell the monster to give you money, you can tell them to give you items, or you can have them join you. But if you are early on in the game and have a certain character be in a low social level, then you can only recruit monsters that are at the same level of you or lower. Once you get a character in a high enough social level, a very specific one, then you can actually recruit monsters that are higher level than yourself. And once you get in a high enough social level with another character than that, then you can get double the money. And there's also one where if you defeat all monsters in one round, before they get to make a move, you'll then get even more money. So there you want social links to be high. However, you have to hang out like this, like we're doing in the game right now, to increase the social link. And it's not always sure that it will increase. You'll be told ahead of time if it will increase. If it aren't going to increase, then you will have to hang out with them maybe 1 or 2 more times before it'll increase. But there are more. Because there's also a character, the doctor that I told you about. If you get her up in level 10 social link, which is the highest, she'll then sell you an item that allows you to recover mana every single round every single round in the dungeons. And that is much better than you think, because items that allow you to get mana back are extremely rare. Or very rare. And there are almost no other way to regain it than items, except that one scenario. Yes and no, because these characters don't necessarily have to be able to go with, to the dungeon with you, nor do they need to know of even the existence of the dungeon. You just have to help them, hang out with them and help them with whatever problems they are having, and then you'll get closer to them that way. And it doesn't mean that they have to have anything to do with your specific monsters, but even there you're kind of right, because you can fuse your monsters together to create new monsters. And if you create a monster of their social link, it'll then get extra XP, which means it may actually get a level once you make the monster. And by that gain new attacks. So yeah. Oh, and if you get someone that actually can go with you to the dungeon up in social link level 10, their monster will actually evolve. Her, for example, she can't go to the dungeon. She doesn't know it exists. And supposedly, once I get to a certain point with her, I will get a bonus for being close to her. Well, I guess you can say it is somewhat similar to Pokemon in some areas, but it has more focus on story. Let's see.
So, there was something I needed to ask you.
Yeah, but a lot of games have actually things to do with weaknesses and fighting in dungeons. Right, she wants to ask us something. Mollies?
Thank you. So there's this friend I have. She's a girl. And well, there's a boy who's been helping her a lot recently.
Yeah, pretty obvious who she means.
Like giving advice on her problems, looking over her homework, that kind of thing. She
Alright.
told me that lately, she can't stop thinking about him.
Oh.
So I was wondering, is she in love right now?
Yeah, she probably is.
Senpai.
Let's see. Bruce Charla has a hunchback. That's crazy. Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Now that I'm hearing you say it, I get the feeling you're right. Or at least, I hope you are. I mean, I'm sure that's how my, friend feels.
Yeah, your friend. By the way, I told you about Mega Man Legends 2 earlier. That is actually a game that's a little bit harder to explain because, it's a... Mega Man Legends 2 has one hell of a difficulty spike. It is a 3D platformer and kind of dungeon crawl game, but it is also an action game. That game, I was able to get to the final boss in the game without dying. And then I just couldn't beat the final boss until I got more health. And yeah, Chihiro, she's cute.
Thank you. With
Oh,
your
you're welcome.
help, I think I know how I should proceed now. I mean, I know what to tell my friend now.
Yeah, your friend. Your relationship has grown. That's to say the least.
Sorry for asking you about such a weird topic.
That's not weird. It was help.
Senpai,
Yeah, she's clearly in love.
you always take my problems so seriously. You're too nice. Well, should we get going?
Sure.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yep.
I think I'm slowly starting to get over my fear of men.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
far, I can only talk to boys I know, but I can almost look them in the eye.
Yeah, so Callie, if you're wondering what's going on, she was extremely shy when it came to talking with boys. She could barely say a word to us the first time, but we just kept talking to her and she ended up, well, being this close to us.
But with you, I think I can do even better.
Sorry, but I'm gonna have to bully a whole lot of these characters.
As long as it's nothing too scary.
Bye.
Go ahead.
All that?
Oh,
Oh,
your hand.
oh.
It's so rugged, strong, and warm.
She is too adorable.
It's almost like we're a couple. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I said something so inappropriate. Should we get going?
Yeah, alright. Damn it, Daniel! But yeah, by the way, there is, that one reminds me of a lot of Rock Lee type style. Yeah, there are some games that have problems with foreheads. See, Hatsio was saying until it was time to bed, then went back to the dorm. I think we should have told her that she needs to remember to wash her hands. I get the feeling that we may have to tell her that.
Welcome back.
Sup, dude? What do you think of it? The crops are planted on the rooftop should be ready to harvest by now. You should check on them. Alright, let's go.
So dance, if you wanna go ahead, free to do whatever, I'm chilling on my bed, I'm out in my biz, so mind your own biz,
Rooftop garden!
we can flow with this,
By the way, in Persona 5 there's also something called Baton Pass. Essentially, if you use an enemy's weakness against them, then the enemy will be down, and you can then get an extra turn with that character you used before. Then you could give that turn to another one of your characters, which does so their attack will get powered up. If they then down another character, and then you can pass it on to yet another character, and then it achieves the maximum power that you can do. That is something that is really good to do to really deal a lot of damage in combat. And the tomato! Tomato, tomato. Never heard anyone call it tomato though.
chill vibes, the nighttime of love, it's on and on one, anytime surprise, yeah I'm down, sit back, relax to the
And there.
sounds around and round and round and round, she said, hey, feeling the fire with the burning desire,
So,
never expires, but we will chill.
Callie, I'm gonna have to remind you something. It's not dark 24 hours a day. And if you look outside, there's a sky there. Oh, we are outside. If you look up, you can see a sky. So I think you may want to up your academic stats. I'll give you a moment, and then have you look around. You think this is outside? No, you thought this was indoors? That's a building. That's windows too. That's a sky. That's a water tower. Observatories. We were on the rooftop of a building. Alright, so we need to figure out what to do now. Maybe we can find a better place than where we were earlier. Wait, escapade. We don't want to go there actually. That increases charm. We want to increase knowledge right now. Oh, by the way, one of the reasons that we want to... I'm gonna go back to something else. What's what I want to say? Oh yeah, the reason why we want to increase knowledge is both because there's actually an exam in this game. And the finals are approaching. Oh, and the reason we want to get through titles is this person with apathy syndrome, where they no longer, they basically don't talk, or almost don't talk, and they're just acting weird. That happens to some of the people that can't be outside during the dark hour. So we're kind of trying to prevent that from keep happening. Don't worry, it gets harder. The questions are mostly things that Japanese students would know. I've had to look up some of the questions to get answers on it.
I'll show you to your table.
Alright, let's see. Why go for the more expensive one? It gives the same. We are really approaching a full moon.
Hey.
Remember what we're doing today? No. We're gonna share our findings about the ghost stories tonight. Oh no. Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yo, boy. It's sarcastic. Alright. Don't know what you meant by a keyhole. Alright, let's see. Interesting stories while asking around. Anyway, don't forget about tonight, okay? I can't promise anything.
Oh, today's Friday.
Yeah, I know.
Did you two ask around like we agreed?
Huh? Were we supposed to do something by today?
And if you don't know, Junpei is a fucking asshole.
I told you.
I know. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know that school is one hell of a chore and it's actually annoying. However, here's the thing. From someone who has finished school, take it serious while you do it. Yeah, it takes up a lot of time, but trust me, the more serious you take it early on, the easier it gets later on. If you want to know how much of an asshole Junpei is, the first time the full moon appeared, and we got into a situation where we were locked inside a train that just started driving at full speed towards another train, and we had to work together to get through the train because we knew that the monsters, they were planning to fight us. Junpei abandoned the group and ran ahead, thinking that he could do it all on his own, and didn't care at all that he risked that the team he's on would get attacked without him. He didn't care. Oh, my friends are going to get attacked. Let's still run ahead. Yeah, and he ended up in a battle against 3 other enemies. Fully deserved.
Man, you've got such a short temper.
Fine, then we'll meet in the lounge after school.
No! No, we don't! Just because we had to meet in the evening doesn't mean you had to take my entire day. And I hate these answers where you don't get a choice. You can choose okay and fine. That's the same. I like games where you have choices. Hell, this may surprise you, but Call of Duty, one of the most linear games, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, it has so many different endings that originally it had more endings than Mass Effect 3. Then Mass Effect 3 got some updates and then it got more endings. Yeah, that's because the choices in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 actually matter. There's even one where they pull a trick that almost no game that gives a player choices do. There's a scenario in it where you have a choice without knowing that you have a choice. Where essentially you're supposed to shoot someone in the head with a sniper. You can choose to shoot the person in the leg, and it turns out that it was one of your friends. If you shoot them in the head, of course they are dead. If you shot them in the leg instead, then the person shows up near the end of the game. See, that's impossible. Ain't no way this game had more ending than that. Mass Effect... This game doesn't. Mass Effect 3 originally had 8 endings. Yeah, Mass Effect 3 originally had about 8 endings. As I said, that's originally, before any of the DLC, before they added more endings, so the player choices actually mattered.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, let's see. Kenji? Who is it that guy is? I think we talked with him once before. Let's go back to our classroom for now and then check out some things. Alright. Wait, this game or another game that had all that many endings? Yeah, we should probably meet up with him. We have not leveled up with him for a long time. I spend time with him. God for ramen again? What do you want about you too? No, not really.
Man, this always hits the spot.
By the way, every single time
Huh?
we go up a level with one of the characters, we'll get a shining object in Tartarus. That shining object can be used to unlock special chests. And we want to unlock as many of them as we can. We need to level up with a lot of them. I can't write much. I thought this would be 10 minutes. Johanna, it's gonna take about half an hour to an hour what you're doing right now. I've set up a window before. That doesn't go that fast. That's if things go as planned. I need to do something here. By the way, I plan to play Mega Man Legends 2 soon. You don't need to know Mega Man Legends 1, but actually if you play Mega Man Legends 1 before Mega Man Legends 2, you'll have more questions than someone who plays Mega Man Legends 2 before the first one. Hey, a similar appearance, the soup has a complex flavor that's enhanced by noodles.
By the way, dude, why the hell is your dorm co-ed? Can you like just waltz on into Takeba-san's room and stuff?
What do you think? Of course I can't! And alright, which game was it that in 2017 had that many endings? Wait, are you talking about, Nier Automata? Is that what you're talking about? Actually, there are 4 or 5 Mega Man series. There are Mega Man, then there are Mega Man X, then there are Mega Man Legends, then I think it's there one called Mega Man Battle Arena or something like that. There might be one more. I knew? I haven't played the game at all. Nope. No sir, I don't have the game myself. By the way, I've considered that I might buy Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is a pretty good game from what little I've played. Huh, alright. Well, thanks. I've actually watched a little bit of the anime, however, that anime it rushed certain elements of the game, so I ended up ditching the anime. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Can't win them all, I suppose.
This guy has an issue. The guy we're talking with.
Not interested in girls her age anyway. I'm more into older women. How about you?
I like them all.
Really? So you don't discriminate, huh? Interesting, interesting. That's an impressive lifestyle, man.
Older than yourself, to a certain extent. I feel like more than 3 years old. And down to about 8 years younger than oneself. Alright, then it got creepy. God damn it, Callie.
To tell you the truth, this stays between us. I have my eye on someone.
Alright.
This is the secret plan I was talking about. Basically, I'm just gonna ask this girl out. But get this, she's a teacher at our school.
Yeah, that'll be illegal for her to accept.
Not like that's gonna stop me from making my move. But you gotta promise you won't tell anyone, okay? It might look weird if a teacher and a student are having a thing, no?
Yeah, she's not legally allowed to do that. We have hanged out with him once before, and he has already told us that he's going to do that.
Oh crap! My favorite show's about to start. See ya!
I'm not gonna judge him for wanting to go for that, but I am gonna judge him for risking her entire career for the sake of it.
As we agreed on Monday, we'll now hold a meeting to discuss what we've learned.
Alright, that music is not good for us. The music is good, but that music means that something is about to go down. Let's see.
Wow, you're really into this.
Of course I am. I got lots of good info. And it turns out there was no angry ghost involved.
Huh, so that's what's important, huh?
First off, let's talk about how this rumor got started. The girl was found on the school grounds, so it does match the ghost story on that point.
Yeah.
But why did the rumor spread so fast if this was the first time anything happened?
There were 3 victims.
Correct. But yeah, I was surprised when I found out.
Yeah, we actually looked into stuff. Unlike Junpei, I actually make sure to look into things.
After that first incident, the exact same thing happened to 2 other students.
Because they did it for sure. God damn it. By the way, what I like the most about Persona 5 is how you get to the other world. Because in this one, anyone that can just go to the other can just do it, and you'll never be able to prove anything. However, because of how the story of the of Persona 5 happens, the characters to go for the boss of a dungeon, they need to make the characters, the boss's counterpart in real life aware that they are going to go for a said boss. By saying something like, "Oh, we're gonna steal your treasure." That means that they get notoriety in their real world when they go for the boss in the other world. Well, that's what happens in Persona 5. That means they get more and more known, while they can only target, well, people that are actually evil. So, in Persona 5, because they actually get more and more notoriety, oh boy, they end up in such a bad situation where a character can get arrested and then targeted while in jail. That's how fucked up things get in Persona 5.
All 3 victims had to be hospitalized. No wonder people thought it was a ghost. Okay, moving on. The victims were all in different classes, and at first glance, they don't seem to be connected. But they did have one thing in common. Anyone know what it was?
What is this? A quiz show? Do you know? What did all 3 victims have in common?
They went to our school?
Come on. Hello? We already know that. They hung out together, dummy.
I didn't get a lot of information. I got some.
Not just once or twice either. They all got in with a bad crowd and were always out late.
Alright.
Considering they all ended up the same way, it can't just be a coincidence.
I guess?
To find out what happened, we're gonna do some field research.
Oh no.
What? Field research?
Yep, there's one place where all 3 victims were regulars.
But yeah, Mega Man Legends, it's gonna be fun to play that on stream. It's also one of my favorite games.
Whoa, hang on. You're not talking about that spot behind Port Island Station, are you?
Mega Man Legends is almost an open world game. But it's kind of odd that it almost is that, because Mega Man Legends was for the PlayStation 1. That is how old it is, and yet it's almost an open world game.
Oh, you know about it?
Dude, you can't go there. I've heard all kinds of nasty rumors about that place.
Oh, really? Well, then all the more reason we should go together. You're coming with, right?
Good, sorry, count me out. Doesn't matter to me. Sure.
Now we're talking.
Oh man, I don't know about this. That place is seriously bad news. Do we really have to go there?
Yes!
Up until now, all we've done is follow orders. Isn't it about time we start thinking for ourselves?
I know what you mean, but man, you have to say it like that. I guess I don't have a choice, do I?
Of course not! You're the one who started this!
Then it's settled. We'll go tomorrow night, so plan accordingly.
Great.
Jeez.
See, I told you it wasn't a ghost story. There's no way they exist. Are you sure about that? I once lived on some dorms on 5th floor, and despite, in the dorms I also had a roommate, kinda. The room was split in two, so it was kinda 2 rooms by themselves. And then when my roommate wasn't home, so there were no one there. And even at times where there were no one in the rooms, the floor, 1 floor down, you could sometimes hear something from my roommate's room. No one home, and you could still hear stuff happening there. No idea what it actually was. Maybe just the temperature kicking in. Don't know. Let's see. Should I get ready now for Mega Man Legends? Hey, Callie. You think I should get ready now for Mega Man Legends? It's a game where you pretty much don't need to know anything about the story before getting into it, because of how odd the previous game ended. Alright, then let's do it. We'll have to end the YouTube stream though, simply because of, and only the YouTube stream, because with the Twitch stream I can just change the title and change the game. But the YouTube stream I actually have to completely end that one and then start a new one. Alright, so Mega Man Legends 2. One of my favorite games. But yeah, the final boss in that game is so hard. Because it actually knows how to exploit its different attacks. Most games don't let the bosses do that. But for example, it can use an attack that does so you move a lot slower, and then use an attack where if you don't move fast, then it'll hit you with a ton of the hits. And each of them dealing a lot of damage. Alright, let's see. I need to figure out what should I write as description. Let's see, what do we write? I have an idea about what I could write. Standing serious to do something different with a 3D game instead of 2D action platformer. Great results. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Now, my only problem is it's going to be hard for me to actually do what I need to do here. Mega Man Legends 2. Wait, why does that have fewer followers than Mega Man Legends 1? By the way, if I told you who have made Mega Man Legends, you'd probably wonder why in the world no sequel have ever been made to the game, or why well, why a lot of things. No